I'll be recording this so pwede ko sa yung i-send for your review later on. So, ito yung magiging guide. Can you see my screen ba ngayon?
Yes po, sir. Nakikita ko
Naka
po.
full screen naman.
Apo, sir.
Okay, so this will be our um, training guide on paano tayo nag-interview and mag-assess ng mga applicants who wants to do internship sa atin. So since ikaw yung naandyan and you will be the one to conduct interview, I want you to understand kung ano yung hinahanap natin and how to use yung form na binigay ko sa'yo and how to do a fair recommendation. So yung form na to, it will help you make a consistent decision. So hindi mo kailangan maging professional HR dito sa pag-conduct ng interview. So ano ba ang hinahanap natin sa isang estudyante who is going for an internship? So we are not expecting them na experience na sa hospitality industry. So we are not expecting them to know everything about the hospitality industry. Pwede silang kabahan, pwedeng hindi nila alam kung ano yung mga proseso talaga. Yung communication skills nila may still be in development. What we really want to know is whether kung yung tao na to, yung intern na to, is someone teachable, yung pwedeng maturuan. So you have to look closely at their willingness to learn, attitude, professionalism, communication, especially paano sila mag-respond sa feedback. So yung sabi ko nga sa iyo before, yung skills can be taught. Pwede yan ituro sa iyo during the OJT. Yung confidence, pwede yan ma-improve. Pero yung poor attitude and unwillingness na matuto is something that can be difficult para sa atin. So, may yung slide ko ba is moving naman?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, so before you start the interview, make sure na nabasa mo yung information about them. So kaya tayo nahingi ng biodata. So you have to read first kung sino yung mga ini-interview mo and prepare yung assessment form which is yung binigay ko sa'yo. Makita mo ba yung assessment form na yan? So for a quiet area, you can use yung master suite natin. Then doon na lang ikaw mag-conduct ng interview. So you start with the opening spiel which is written on the form. So nakikita mo sa bandang taas yung parang may good
Yes.
morning, good afternoon. So do you use that every time na you do interview? Huwag tayo mag-a-adlib. So bakit tayo may opening spiel? It will help the applicant to understand kung para saan ba yung interview na ito na ginagawa mo. So always ask the same 5 questions sa lahat ng applicant. So when doing the 5 questions, do not decide kung gusto mo or hindi si applicant. They might be time na medyo during the 5 questions pa lang medyo ayaw mo na sa kanya. Pero try to not to decide during that time. You have to be fair to them. You have to first listen, take notes, and you will assess the evidence. Hindi yung um, initial na reaction mo lang towards the applicants. You have to assess them um, tawag dito, based on the evidence that you will be able to gather during the interview. So we have 5 standard questions kung ano yung mga nakasulat dyan. So ito lang yung itatanong mo.
Okay po.
So don't ask too much. Don't ask anything beyond the 5 questions. Ang pwede mo lang gawin is you can have a probing question. Probing question is parang can you explain more? I think kasulat dyan sa ano natin yan.
Apo, sir. Or,
Questionnaire kung ano yung mga probing questions na pwede natin gamitin. So yung question 1 natin is tinitingnan natin bakit niya gustong maging part nung and kung ano yung gusto niyang matutunan sa atin. Question 2 naman, it's tinitingnan natin how they think about helping guests and pag-handle ng mga priorities. The third question is very important. So, gusto natin malaman paano sila nagre-respond pag sila ay tinuturuan. The
okay
fourth
po.
question naman, we want to make sure that yung OJT is um, willing to learn across different areas. So, we want to be clear and sa OJT na they will be doing different functions like housekeeping, sa food service, yung pag-assist ng breakfast, cleaning, and others. Then the number 5 question is, ito naman tinitingnan natin dito is, ano ang gagawin nila kapag meron silang hindi alam? So you are not to expect a perfect answer. What you will only look is for, you should listen sa kanilang attitude and the way they think. So kaya may space ikaw dyan is that is where you will write yung notes mo during their interview. So ilalagay mo kung ano yung mga naririnig mo sa kanya. So that will be your evidence during this interview. So how can you probe applicant using the 5 questionnaires? So meron kasing probing and meron din yung leading. So yung do's and don'ts natin is this one. So ang pagpo-probe natin is basically is you are encouraging to explain more. For example, can you give me an example? Can you tell me more about that? You can also ask details. So ano nangyari after? Ano yung role mo? So your goal here is to be neutral and to be curious. You should let the applicant to answer for them kung ano experience nila in their own words. Do not look for someone who is very fluent sa English, someone who can um, deliver a good answer dahil na-memorize yung isang bagay. What you want to do is to listen only. Makikinig lang tayo sa kanya. That way you will be able to make neutral decisions based on the um, answers given to you by the applicant. So ano naman yung iiwasan mo is you are asking leading questions. For example, you handled that well, right? So yung sabihin nito ay parang, so nagawa mo naman ng maayos. Kasi ang nasagot lang yan ay yes or no. Diba? So don't limit their response. Ito rin naman, kunyari, so kalmado ka naman, tama ba ako? So basically, you are just limiting their response sa yes or no. So you want them to answer something na in their own words. So don't assume and wag tayong gagamit ng yes or no questions. So sa ating standard when doing the evaluation, we are to score the evidence and not the personal impression. So meron kang 1, 2, 3 dyan. Nakikita mo sa scoring sheet mo sa assessment form. There's a 1 na need development, 2 is acceptable, 3 is strong. So hindi mo bibigyan ng 3 dahil gusto mo lang si applicant, and you will not give 1 dahil si applicant mo ay nininervyos or tahimik. So you use the descriptions dun sa form. So yung 1, ibig sabihin niyan, may na-observe kang concern or real development need para dun sa applicant. Example, resistant siya sa correction, ayaw niya mag-perform based dun sa kanyang assigned learning task. For example, now, do sa question number 5, ang sinagot niya is parang yung like din the previous applicants, parang ayaw niya yung gagawin niya or hindi na siya papasok pag hindi niya gusto. I think I remember something in those line. So another 2 naman, yung score na 2 is acceptable for an intern. So it's basically na someone that can be taught. Pwede mo siyang turuan. So hindi siya ganun ka pagbabaga na-meet lang niya yung expectation mo as an intern and meron siyang willingness to grow. The third naman is very strong na siya. Ibig sabihin, above expectations mo yung sagot ng intern mo. Meron siyang pinapakitang initiative kagad and meron siyang ownership on everything that they will do. So, when you are doing the scoring, itatanong mo sa sarili mo, ano yung sinabi or ginawa ng interns based sa 5 questions na binigay ko na nagsusupport dun sa rating ko na binigay sa kanya, kung 1, 2, or 3. So yung evidence mo, saan mo naman nakikita yan? For example, yung number one mo, di ba, meron dyan is attitude and willingness to learn. So that is, pwede mo siyang tingnan sa questions 1, 4, and 5 plus yung observation mo. So doon sa mga sagot niya, tingnan mo kung curious ba siya, open ba siya sa feedback, and meron siyang willingness to grow. Sa communication naman, it's a combination of question 1 to 3 plus observation mo. You are to listen for the clarity, respect, and ability niya na mag-express ng kanyang ideas. For professionalism, that is the overall interview. Observe mo siya, anong oras siya dumating, yung appearance niya, yung attitude niya, yung respeto niya sa mga staff, respeto niya sa mga kasamahan niya nag-a-apply din and to you during the entire interview. For coachability naman, ang pwede mong makuhang evidence is from question 3 and question 5 plus your observation. So meron ba siyang sa answers ba niya, meron bang evidence na nag-a-accept siya ng feedback? Adaptable ba siya and willing to take action? And number 5, yung confidence naman, it's basically also the overall interview and observation. So tingnan mo yung self-assurance niya sa mga sinasagot niya sa iyo. For example, meron siyang, kumbaga, siya ay confident sa kanyang mga answers because meron siyang maibigay na tamang examples during your interview questions and hindi yung medyo mayabang lang. So maghanap ka ng multiple data points. Kung meron siyang strong answer sa isang lang, that doesn't mean na mas mataas siya kaysa dun sa weak evidence nung iba. So it should be an average or a combination of everything. For example, yung sa attitude to willingness to learn, that's question 1, 4, and 5 plus observation. So dapat meron siya, kung sa question 1, meron pinakita ba niya yung mga willingness to learn niya and attitude niya. So hindi porket meron lang siyang strong area na nakita mo, i-disregard mo na yung mga weak evidence naman sa ibang part. So make sure na you are to, at how do you call this? Also consider those in giving them a rating. So ano rin yung titingnan mo sa applicant? So you should also observe for job relevant behavior. Ang titingnan mo is actions. So yung mga ginagawa niya during the interview. You will not be able to fully understand this, pero I mean fully na makita ito with the applicants, pero you will find hints naman eh. So for example, you observe for specific behaviors na nagpapakita ng success sa role niya. For example, kaya niya ma-explain yung sarili niya. Meron siyang initiative during his answers. If meron siyang sinagot about following SOP. So this one are to observe. So do not personalize. So wag na tayong mag-assume ng traits ni applicant. So do not assume kagad na yung itsura nito mukhang tamad. So wag mo rin i-assume na mukhang hindi naman ito alam yung ginagawa niya. Kasi it's basically their intern. So you have to teach them. So do not also assume na dahil yung mukhang wala tong pakailam. So strict to the behavior, not yung personal opinion. So basically, you are to only rate them based sa interview questions niya and dun sa na-observe mong during the time nung application niya, the interview process, pagdating niya sa property. So those are the things that you will observe. You are not to consider other things muna. So when you are going to make a recommendation, for example, nakita mo agad good overall suitability siya, okay siya maging interns, wala kang nakitang significant concern. So you can recommend kagad si applicant for internship. You can also recommend someone lang na meron siyang development focus. So for sure, meron ka makikitang ganyan. Someone na nakita mo medyo weak siya sa pakikipag-usap with guests. If you see that the applicant is medyo weak when communicating with the guests, we can still accept them. But we have a development focus. Ibig sabihin, during their internship, ito yung pagpo-focusan natin sa kanya. Kasi ito nga yung weakness niya. So after the internship, dapat yung mga excuse me, perceived weakness natin sa kanya is something na na-address natin during their whole internship. So, ito naman tayo sa not recommended. So, dapat dito, nakikita nyo, marami siyang significant concerns. Basically, yung attitude niya, professionalism niya, and coachability concerns niya is something na very weak or very evident na hindi natin kaya i-handle as of now. So, we can see na hindi siya good fit for internship sa panahon na to. So, an example is yung ayaw niya ng feedback. Nakikipagtalo siya during the interview. Meron siyang poor attitude towards the task and guess when he is giving answers sa interview. So, once again, you only rely on the total score alone. Do not use behavioral evidence. I mean, do not use yung mga perceived evidence lang natin. You are only to use kung ano yung nakita natin. So, kailan mo naman ako tatanungin? So, when do you give me a anong tawag ito? Kailan mo i-escalate yan? So, siguro pag mga borderline decision na lang. Kumbaga, you think hindi siya okay, pero parang okay naman siyang naging intern. So, that siguro lang yung mga times na pwede mong i-ano sa akin. Pero if it's within your scope, within your authority, you can handle it na lang. It will be approved naman as long as I see that na gawa mo ng maayos yung paggamit ng ating assessment form. So, you are to decide and document once clear yung routine and yung evidence mo. If there's a borderline and unusual, you escalate it to me. Clear tayo?
Opo.
Okay, so magpa-practice tayo dito. So, kunyari ito, i-rate natin yung applicant mo. So, kunyari yung applicant mo is very nervous at mahina magsalita, pero nakikinig siya sa mga information ng mga sinasabi mo. Sila rin, gusto nila ma-experience yung pag-handle ng guest. Pag may time siya na na-correct daw siya ng instructor niya kung paano gawin yung specific task correctly and pinaractice niya yun para magawa niya na ng tama sa susunod. Willing rin silang mag-assist sa housekeeping at sa ibang mga trabaho. Pag hindi nila alam yung task, ang gagawin daw nila is magtatanong sila for instructions bago gawin yun. So, how would you assess this applicant? So, wag tayo mag-focus sa fact na siya ay nininervyos. So,
Opo.
ano ba yung mga evidence na nakikita mo about their attitude? Ano yung coachability niya, professionalism, development area na pwede natin na-identify?
Ano po siya, sir, willing po siyang ano ng mga experience po sa pag-deal ng guest. Tsaka, nung na-correct po siya, sir, ay hindi po siya parang nagalit or parang inano po, dinibdib. Instead po, kung ano po yung correction na binigay sa kanya, ipinractice niya po.
Okay, so parang may three tayo kanina doon, diba? So meron kang recommended, yung green,
Opo.
yung yellow is recommended with development focus, and yung third is, ano ba yung third? Not recommended ba yun?
Ano po siya, sir? Doon po siya sa
Yan, not
meeting po.
recommended ito. Ito yung tatlo yung recommendation mo, di ba? Tama ba?
Opo.
So, ano yung sa example natin kanina, saan mo siya ilalagay dito?
Sa ano po, sir? With difficult focus po.
Development focus.
Opo.
Yan. Malabo ang mata mo din.
Opo, sir.
Okay, sige, sige. No problem. So, yan. Tama. Siya ay for
Development.
you are to recommend him or her, pero meron siyang development focus. Kasi nga yung about the way he speaks, kasi may nervous siya. So, this is exactly kung bakit ko sinasabi na yung confidence alone, hindi yan nagde-determine kung siya ay pwede maging intern or hindi. So ito, another example. Ito yung magiging mock applicant mo kunyari. Ito yung question and kaya mong basahin. So, explain ko, sagutin ko na lang ha. So, tanong mo sa akin yung question, simulan mo sa simula, then I'll answer it.
Okay po. Ah,
Pareho lang yung sa
Mag-i-start
nakasulat sa kami. Pareho
mag-i-start
lang
na
yun.
po ba ako, sir, nung sa ano po, yung
Yung,
opening spiel or hindi na po?
di na, yung why do you want na lang.
Okay po. What do you want to complete your internship at Pompeo and Lumings in? And what do you hope to learn here?
So, I want to experience po yung actual hospitality operations dahil yung mga natutunan ko is mostly from school lang. So, gusto ko rin po ma-improve paano ako makipag-communicate sa mga guests and matuto po sa iba't ibang trabaho sa hotel po.
A
So,
guest approaches you and needs assistance, but you're currently doing another assigned task. What would you do?
i-acknowledge ko po muna si guest and tingnan ko po kung ano yung kailangan nila and kung kaya ko po silang asikasuhin kagad, tutulungan ko po. Kung hindi ko naman kayang asikasuhin yun dahil meron po akong ginagawa, i-inform ko po yung ano po, kung sino pong appropriate staff na pwede pong makatulong. So para po si guest is hindi po siya yung parang mababaliwala or hindi siya mag-aantay.
Tell me about a time a teacher, supervisor, or another person corrected your work. How did you respond?
Ah, na-correct ako dati po ng aming instructor kasi hindi ako nasunod dun sa tamang procedure. So medyo napahiya po ako during that time. Pero nakinig ako dun sa aming instructor nung pinakita niya sa amin yung tamang way kung paano gawin yun. So after po nung nag-practice para sa susunod hindi na ako magkamali uli.
Hospitality work here may include guest service, housekeeping, food service support, cleaning, and other operational tasks. Are you willing to learn and assist in these areas? Is there anything you would be unwilling or unable to do?
Yes po, I'm willing to learn those areas. Kaso po wala akong masyado experience sa housekeeping. So baka po kailangan ko po na may magtuturo sa akin kung paano po yung tamang process.
Suppose you are given a task that you do not know how to perform. What would you do?
Ano pa, magtatanong ako sa isang staff or dun sa supervisor po kung paano po gawin bago ko simulan. So, ayoko po kasi manghula at baka po magkamali ako. So, once naturuan na po nila ako, saka ako tatandaan yung tinuro nila and gagawin ko. So, para pag next time na mautos sa akin, kaya ko nang gawin ng tama. So, that's is basically what you will be doing during your mock interview. So, you only ask you questions na sinasabi na nakasulat diyan para hindi ka nag-a-adlib, hindi magiging iba-iba yung ano.
Sinasabi
So
po.
that way, pare-pareho yung baseline mo sa iba't ibang applicants kasi mahirap kapag freestyle ka mag-interview. So
Opo.
minsan natatapat na madali yung tanong dun sa isang intern, minsan matatapat na mahirap yung sa kabilang intern. So nagiging factor yun minsan. So, rate natin yung applicant mo kanina. So, ano siya? 1, 2, 3. So, yung 1 mo is yung pinaka, ano niya, not recommended. Tama ba?
Opo.
Not
So,
recommended ang 1, no?
apa sir, not recommended yung one po.
Okay.
Tapos,
So, is i-rate mo siya based dun sa ano.
ano sir, sa attitude and willingness to learn, 3 po.
Okay.
Tapos sa communication, sir, 3 din po kasi confident naman pong ano sir, yung parang alam niya po kung anong sinasabi tsaka naiintindihan niya po kung ano po yung question. Tsaka na-apply naman din niya po. Lalong-lalo na po dun sa yung pag-correct sa kanya po. Tapos yung professionalism, 3 din po. Tapos coachability ay 3 din po kasi willing naman po siyang matuto po. Tapos
Okay.
confidence po sir ay 3 din po.
Okay. So, one thing lang na napansin natin dito is yung naging sagot mo sa kanya is basically your perception. Bakit? Hindi mo kita nakita nag-notes eh. So, paano mo masasabing meron kang evidence?
Okay.
So wala kang basic na, yung sinasabi mo ngayon, it's something na based sa naalala mo lang. So You do not have an evidence to support your rating kasi nasa ng evidence mo. It is, if it's not written, it doesn't exist.
Okay
So,
po.
dapat during the interview, may note parts dyan. So, during sumasagot ako kanina, nagno-notes ka.
Okay
So,
po.
that's something that you will have to do sa actual. So,
Okay
ito yung
po.
assessment, suggested assessment ko based dun sa sagot ko kanina. So, sa willingness to learn ko, I only give 3 kasi nga gusto niyang matuto, gusto niya makakita na actual hospitality environment, willing siya matuto na iba't ibang operations, pwede siya mag-assist sa lahat, and nakikita niya kung saan siya kailangan mag-train. Sa communication naman is ito lang, naiintindihan naman niya yung mga tanong and yung sagot niya is appropriate. So kaya nakakapag-communicate siya, pero meron pa rin siyang kulang kasi nga kailangan pa rin niya ng actual experience sa pakikipag-usap sa guest. Kasi sabi nga niya kanina, di ba, wala pa siyang experience when communicating with the guests. So sa professionalism naman, so assume ko lang dito 2 kasi nga sabihin natin yung sa itsura niya, pagdating niya, whatsoever. So I won't give 3 kaagad based lang sa ano kasi hindi ko naman nakita rin yung other factors to show yung professionalism niya. Sa coachability, 3. Kasi nag-accept siya ng previous correction from their instructor. Tapos, magtatanong siya kung paano gawin yung tamang trabaho and pa-practicein niya. O sa confidence, so yung confidence naman is, um, kung medyo hindi, yung pag-deliver ko kanina, I'm not that confident if you will notice. Papansin mo pa sa ibang OJT, di ba, parang lively yung sumagot sila.
Okay.
So, that's how you show confidence. Kapag medyo kinakabahan ng tao, that's something na hindi ka masyado confident. So, does that automatically dahil kinakabahan ako, 1 na lang yung confidence ko? Hindi naman. So, nakakasagot pa rin naman ako kanina eh. And yung
Apo.
ideas ko naman is something na hindi naman narattle ako. So,
Apo, sir.
in related pa rin siya. So, pwede pa rin ako maging 2 dun sa confidence scoring ko. So, that's something na how I would do an assessment. Hindi yung kasi nangyari sa'yo kasi kanina, since hindi mo siya sinulat,
Yung
ang
evidence.
nangyari sa'yo is meron kang recency bias. Tawagan uli kita. Magta-time na tong Zoom ko eh.
Okay po,
Pause lang
sige, sir.
natin ha.
Apo, sir.